Alright, what's up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? We're back with a Khans of Tarkir. How do you say this name? Commander. So we're going to look at the Commander, the new legends only, because I actually went through all of the multicolored cards, and my computer crashed, and I lost the whole recording, so I'm a little bit disgruntled. So we're going to start with just the Commanders, the 5 Commanders. Actually, I'm leaving tomorrow. About 4 hours. I have to leave my house for a plane to go to Las Vegas for my birthday. I'm going to see Katy Perry on Saturday, and my birthday is on Sunday, so it's been a pretty wild week, but that's what's happening. So let's start with Anafenza, the foremost. White, black, green. Legendary creature, human soldier. Whenever Anafenza attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each target tapped creature you control. On another target. Okay, so he puts a 1/1 counter on another target tapped creature you control. If a creature would be put in opponent's graveyard from anywhere, exile it. So I don't see this being a powerhouse commander at all. I think it's a one of 99 and a lot of not a lot, but a couple of junk decks. Doran will like this deck. Gabe might like this deck. Not sure that Gabe has room for this, since Gabe is a very combo heavy deck. But Doran will like this because it pumps your Doran. It actually serves as a graveyard hate card. I mean, you can make a general out of this, but it's probably not going to be better than, Carador, Doran, Gabe, and I think the other one is Teneb. And Teneb doesn't want this effect at all, so I don't know why you'd want to play it. It's good against Teneb, that's for sure, because Teneb wants to reanimate things. So that's Anafenza. I hope to bring you all the multicolored as a single spoiler after this, but I have not had a lot of time, and that's what it is. Anafenza, there it is. I think she'll be good in standard, though. 4/4 for 3 is generally a good card with a lot of abilities. So let's go on to the next one. Alright, so now we have Narset, Enlightened Master. 3. Blue, red, white. Legendary creature. Human monk. How many monks are there in Magic? I don't know. First strike, hexproof. Whenever Narset Master attacks, exile the top 4 cards of your library until in turn you may cast non-creature cards exiled with Narset this turn without paying their mana cost. You can cast any number of those 4 cards. So this is like Jaleva on steroids, because not only is it's not instant and sorcery, it's any non-creature spell, and you can cast all of them. And it's not an enter the battlefield effect. It is actually every time you attack. So you can cast like 3 planeswalkers in a turn plus a removal spell. You can cast like 2 removal spells or a draw spell. If you stack your deck with a lot of just non-creature spells, you're going to have a lot of value. Plus it's hexproof. It's a 3/2, so it's not going to kill your opponent, but neither was Jaleva. This is actually the only commander I'm actually interested in building. I will build this commander eventually. It's not standard playable, so it should be relatively cheap on Magic Online, but there you go, Narset. I think it's a female. I will build this at some point. I think a lot of people will. The funny thing is with Jaleva, I have not seen a Jaleva deck. I saw one like the other day, and 1 or 2 the other day, but other than that, in the last 6 months, since Commander came out, or whatever Commander 14 came out, and Commander on Magic Online, Jaleva came out. Originally, I saw a lot of Jaleva for the first couple of weeks. After that, nothing, because the deck takes a lot to build around. People didn't want to make that concession, and I haven't seen it since. So Narset, let's see what happens. I think they'll be very, very good. And I think this is one of the most exciting cards from this color combination, the Jeskai. Other cards from this Jeskai clan, not exciting for a commander. Alright, we're back with Siddacy Blood Tyrant. 1 black, green, blue. It's the bug. Black, green, blue. A Naga Shaman. So instead of making snakes, they decided to make Naga. Why did you just make them snakes? Just make them snakes. Anyways, whenever Siddacy Blood Tyrant enters the battlefield or attacks, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. Whenever 1 or more creature cards is put in the graveyard from their library, put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield. So you get a 3/3 for 4. Not exciting. It's a hill giant. And whenever any creature is put in the graveyard from a library, you get to make a 2/2. The problem is, people thought originally is that you would get multiple 2/2s for every creature. No, you just get one. If you mill yourself for 50, and you hit 50 creatures, you hit one zombie. So you need a lot of repeated mill effects. You need to hit creatures constantly, opt different effects. You can't just mill your library and get 50 2/2s with like some kind of sick effect. I think Mimeoplasm will like this as a card in the deck. I think you'd rather just play Mimeoplasm if you're going to play Self-Mill. I don't see why you'd want this. I guess you can get value, obviously, but you can get value off Mimeoplasm, just, copying your insane things, copying your opponent's creatures. Sidsi, I'm not sold on. Maybe I'll be proven wrong at one point, but it does nothing when it hits the battlefield other than milling and maybe getting a 2/2. Other than that, it's not that exciting. If it hit a 2/2 black zombie for every time you hit a creature out of the library up to your graveyard, yeah, that would be awesome. But as it stands, you just get one 2/2 for every mill effect. Not excited about it. So next Khan of Tarkir, we've got Surak Dragonclaw. 2 green, blue, red. Flash for a legendary human warrior. Cannot be countered. Creature spells you control cannot be countered. Other creatures you control have trample. And he's a 6/6 for 5. 5 mana. He's wearing bears, so he would be a good Bear Force 1 commander. He's got bears on him. There are a couple of bears in green. There's one bear in blue. I don't think there's a bear in red, but Bear Force 1. Look at it. He's got bear claws. He's got bear claws on his emblem here. Of all of the commanders, I think he's the most boring. He's just a 6/6 for 5. Has flash, can't be countered. He's like the epitome of boring because you can't interact with him. He's got flash, he can't be countered. Your creature spells can't be countered. I mean, every single Animar deck is gonna jam this right in there because Animar loves this effect. I would be very surprised if an Animar deck who could afford this card will not jam that right in there because Animar is all about creatures, especially with the combo creature decks, and you give Animar trample, and he'll be good on his own. I don't think he'll be as good as like Animar or Maelstrom Wanderer, but he's definitely very good. He's going to be expensive, I think, because he'll probably be played in Standard a little bit. I think Standard will slow down. The mana will be a lot worse, and with the 3-color decks, it'll definitely slow down to some extent. So I think he's going to be a chase card to some extent. Maybe not. Maybe I'll be wrong, but you'll see him. You'll see him Maelstrom Wanderer. You'll see him in Animar. And you'll see him punching bears in the face. He's definitely splitting a bear in half. That's kind of sad. Alright, one more commander, and we're done for the night. And our last Khan General, Zergo Helm Smasher. What a generic name. Helm Smasher. 2 red, white, black. Haste for a legendary creature orc warrior. He attacks each combat if able. He is indestructible as long as it's your turn. So as long as you're controlling this card and it's your turn, he is indestructible. And whenever a creature dealt damage by Zergo Helm Smasher this turn dies, put a +1/+1 counter on him. Alright, so you got a 7/2 for 5, so that's not the best because he's 2 toughness, not good. So he's not good at blocking, but the thing is he has haste, he attacks, he is indestructible. He's going to be pretty powerful, and as a general, the problem is you want to make him more of a Voltron general where you just equip him, get him through, and kill your opponent as fast as possible. So is he better than, like, what's that Naya card? The Beast. that has auras. I don't know, but he doesn't have hexproof, so he can die to like mind. Not die, but he can get stole my mind controls. Any kind of path exiles, swords to plowshares. I mean, he's definitely gonna kill people, but he's not as resilient as some of the other hexproof. The hexproof Voltron generals. What is that thing called? Its name is on the tip of my tongue. You guys are all screaming at the top of your lungs right now. I know you are. I can't think of it. It's the beast. It's from Shard's block. I can see it. I can see the picture. I can't think of it. I haven't seen the card in a while. Part of the reason I can't remember its name. But of all the commanders, the only one I'm really excited about building is the Narset. This card, I mean, he might be fun to play with. I don't think he's that great. But anyways, I'm leaving for a flight in about 4 hours, so I probably should get going to bed. I will put up a review of all the other gold cards if you guys enjoy that, just for commander purposes, because I think the gold cards are very exciting because they have a lot of utility in their respective decks. And I think of all the cards, the gold cards are always the ones that excite me because they're just very cool. They have to have the flavor and of both of their colors or all three of their colors, and that's why I like gold cards. Gold cards are very exciting. So let me know what you guys think. If you like the video, please leave a comment and please leave a like. And if you have not subscribed, subscribe again because that's the game. So Zergo Hum Smasher. He's an Orc Warrior. How big is this guy? You can't even tell in this picture. He just seems kind of normal size. Miss you guys. I have another deck I've been playing with. It's not the best deck, but it's fun and it's super different from what you've seen. So have a great night and see you next time. Thanks for watching.